What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and yes, the video you guys have been asking for so much, which Pokemon starter would be the best in Smash Bros. Ultimate, is finally here. We have all 24 starter Pokemon, starting off with Bulbasaur and ending the list with Sobble. Now, before we get started, here's kind of how this will go. We'll be going gen by gen and pulling out one winner from each group of 3, that is. So, pretty much, we're not really going by exactly what their moves are and what they do in their games, kind of just what they would do in Smash Brothers. You know how Squirtle is pretty much a improved, made-up moveset for Smash, and this is kind of how we're going. And yes, Smash does have Squirtle, and Squirtle's already in the games. Why is he here? Just don't worry about him. Just act like you don't see him. He just helps to fill out the list a little bit better. But yes, we'll be making up our own movesets and seeing what their potential would be in Smash Ultimate. Like always, at the end, we will have our final 4, then 3, 2, and then finally our champion. So, like always, feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it. It really helps, and it really helps me to create more videos like this. Also, subscribe if you guys are new, and thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video today. Without further ado, let's get into the list. First off, for Gen 1, we have Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And obviously, Squirtle is already in the game, so we kind of got to just ignore him here. But I think Bulbasaur would be the best because he kind of keeps the same traits as Ivysaur in Smash, where he has his leaf attacks and his vines, and he can swing from his vines, and he can throw out all types of, like I said, leaf attacks. Charmander would pretty much just breathe fire and maybe hit people with his tail, but he doesn't have his wings, he can't fly, and he's kind of like restricted as his baby form. So I think Bulbasaur is the best choice because he still kind of retains some of his moves and attacks. For the Gen 2 starters, we have Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile. So, it was between Cyndaquil and Totodile for me because Cyndaquil has those fire quills that maybe he could shoot out or maybe like enlarge in and hit people from above. But Totodile I think would be a lot of fun. He kind of reminds me of Wario. He has that extremely strong bite, and it would work like Wario's where he could bite people and hold onto them for a while or spit them out as part of his grab or something. He has lots of cool water moves, water jets and stuff like that where he can shoot out at high speeds and push people back maybe like Mario's Flood, and maybe even do damage to them. And his spikes on his back could also work for maybe an up smash or kind of a guard or something to hurt people from above. Next up for Gen 3, we have Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip. I decided to go with Treecko here because he kind of reminds me of Greninja, but in a grass form. So pretty much, he can be really quick and sneaky across the stage, doing things, maybe laying seed bombs or planting bombs under the ground and having them explode, maybe throwing like seeds out as shurikens, kind of like Greninja. I know I'm kind of just basing him off Greninja, but hey, let's just look. That could be a really good possibility. He could be a very fast character that maybe can stick to the side of walls and the side of different objects on the stage. For Gen 4, we have Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. I personally love the way Piplup looks. He looks just so cute. Would be great in Smash, and then you have Turtwig, just a turtle with a tree on his head. So it's kind of hard to make a moveset for them. But as far as Chimchar, I think there's a lot of possibility. With like Diddy Kong, he could be really quick and have a lot of cool combos. Also with some cool fire abilities as well. I feel like he would also have a rage mechanic, which would be really cool, where the more he takes damage, the more he gets angry, kind of like Lucario's aura, and he just starts building up more fire attacks, and everything gets a little bit stronger the more you attack him. Maybe potentially he has a specific meter. When his rage gets to a certain point, he goes all out berserk and starts, improving every one of his stats and just, extremely strong, tons of fire moves, and his power increases a lot. For Gen 5, we have Snivy, T-Pig, and Ashwa, and I think Ashwa would be really cool. It just seems like in the game right now, our water Pokemon representatives don't have a lot of water moves. I mean, yes, Greninja has his shurikens and his recovery, but it just seems like there's not a lot. Squirtle just squirts a little bit of water here and there, but most of it is just combat-oriented, where he can combo you. And I think Ashwa could do some cool things. Maybe he could take off his shell and throw it as a boomerang to catch it, and he could also have water squirt out of it on the way to your enemy. He could also have cool like surfing mechanics, lots of water, maybe little water tornadoes that spin around. And I don't know, maybe he just squirts water out in different directions, but that shell I think could be some cool things. Maybe he takes it off and uses it as smash attacks or his specials, or I don't know, maybe just he throws it, like I said, like the boomerang attack. For Gen 6, we have Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. So for Froakie, I didn't want to keep emphasizing on ninjas since we already have Greninja, and I already said that before in this video. So I kind of want to inspire with some new things here. And the only thing I can really think of is Chespin would be a lot better than the rest here because he's kind of a heavyweight, and he likes to kind of move around real slow. But he can also shoot maybe needles out of his body since he has all the needles and spines on his head. And maybe he can even burrow underground. Now, this is something very interesting because we don't really have any characters in the game that can actually burrow into the stage. So that'd be really cool. I know Isabelle can plant her little gyroid thing in the ground and shoot it out. So I wish that there was a character that can actually pin in the ground. And I think that Chespin has the potential to do that. Maybe he can, inflate himself really heavy so he wouldn't move and won't be flinched. And maybe he can do double the damage since he kind of armors himself to be heavier. But I just really would like to see him dig in the ground, shoot needles out, and kind of be not really the quickest guy, but definitely somebody that could be feared in this whole list. Gen 7, we have Rowlett, Litten, and Popplio. I think Rowlett would be really cool because as a baby phase, he can actually fly and maybe shoot leaves down from above, which would be really cool. But I think phase 2 of Rowlett would be more better. But the first evolution right now, that's the only thing we're looking at. So I have to base it off of Popplio. I think Popplio would be really cool. He's got like kind of this clown mechanic. I think it actually turns into a girl at the very end, so I'll say she from now on if I, mess with anybody there. But she's pretty much a clown seal type of thing where maybe she could throw like different beach balls at you off the stage and stunting, or maybe like cool circus themed water attacks, maybe like build a water balloon or something. I don't know, that'd be really cool. Or maybe even make a balloon animal or something. She could have lots of cool clown purposes. Maybe jump through a hoop of I would say fire, but it's water-based Pokemon, so maybe a ring hoop that she could jump through made out of water, and maybe just do different attacks like that, or maybe balance on the ball as she runs people over. So I think she has a lot of potential here. Now lastly, we have Gen 8, the recent gen, with Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. Now this one I had a lot of back and forth with. I think Grookey could be really cool because of that stick. It's kind of like Diddy Kong with his banana. It's an item that already is attached to the character, so maybe he could take off the stick and beat people with it, or do some cool smash attacks and different things like that. But apparently, I'm sorry, for the rules, we have to pick one from each gen, and I still have to go with Scorbunny. I think Scorbunny is just so cool. It's this soccer-playing fire bunny that has so much potential. It can kick rocks at you. It can maybe kick fire rocks at you as like a soccer ball, do backflips, all kind of cool athletic stances and stuff. I mean, he's extremely quick. You just seen him slide into the gameplay right here. I just think he has a lot of potential to be really fast, hit you with that fire heat, and also have really good projectile game as well. Alright, now it's time for the final four. I have picked them, and let's see if your comments matched up with what I chose. Number 1, we have Chimchar. Number 2, Chespin. Number 3, Popplio. And number 4, Scorbunny. The first Pokemon to leave the list will be Chimchar. Unfortunately, that rage mechanic is the only thing that I could really think of for Chimchar to be something incredibly different. I still think he would feel a lot like Diddy Kong and almost like a clone, but I don't know. I'm sure Chimchar has a lot of moves of his own, but I just think he doesn't really compare with the rest on this list. The Pokemon coming in third place will be Chespin. I love the fact that he can, inflate his body to be a heavyweight. He can also have the needles poke out and also the burrow mechanic, but he just doesn't compare to characters like Popplio and Scorbunny where they have lots of potential. So unfortunately, Chespin gets third place. And the winner of our Pokemon Starter Battle Royale for Smash Ultimate will be Popplio. Just the fact that Popplio is a seal based off of like clown mechanics, I think that is such a unique idea. And I told you how much I really want more water representative for Pokemon because it doesn't feel like they flesh out exactly what a water Pokemon can do. They don't cover all the moves. And I think Popplio could do a lot of cool things with not only clown mechanics, but also water. Like I said, they could have water balloons, straight balloon animals jumping through water hoops. There could be so much potential for Popplio, and I would just be so excited to see what they did with the character. Well guys, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys thought. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know how you thought of the Pokemon one. This is my first time doing something like this, and those of you that are veterans of the channel know that I don't play a lot of Pokemon, so I tried my best here. But I did what you guys have been requesting for a while now. If you guys want to see more, we could do second evolutions of the starters and even final evolutions of the starters. But if there's something else or another character in the Nintendo universe that you want to see covered, let me know because we will continue the series. I have a whole 10 video playlist right now on my channel if you want to check out some past characters and Nintendo IPs that I covered already. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.